On the occasion of 18th Convocation, we welcome Shri Ganpat Patel, our beloved Dada, President and Patron-in-Chief of Ganpat University, to share his valuable insights. Dada is not just the President of Ganpat University, but you are the global businessman with futuristic vision. So, I would like to know your perspective on what kind of universities India need for 2047 Viksit Bharat vision.
Thank you. I think what kind of university the world needs is the knowledge-based rather than degree-based. Students should not be going to universities to get a piece of paper that says, okay, you have a degree. They should go there to gain the knowledge of whatever the subject matter is, to learn how to communicate, how to live in the society, because you are with other students, you are with the professors. Because in a real life, that's what you will be doing. You will be, big part of the time, you will be dealing with the people. So one of the things university should teach is behavior science.
Yes.
How do you communicate, the body language, eye contact, and also of course subject matter. But subject matter, knowledge based, practical point of view is how do you, if you're learning something, why are you learning? What are you going to do with it? Rather than learn it to pass the exam.
That's incredible, Dada. Having established a highly successful business at US soil, you possess valuable insights into how the business economy evolves and adapts to shifting dynamics. So, what learning should we have from the transformations happening in the USA to transform India for better?
There is only one word, and that is a customer service. First of all, like we are a university, students coming to this university is our customer. So everything we do should be centered to the benefit for the students and only the student. Everything else is secondary. So if you are in a business, what would your customer want from you? He would want a good quality product, competitive price, and he wanted now. So price, delivery, and quality. If you can deliver all three items, customer has no choice but go with you. And similarly, this is what we have tried to do at the university also, student first and character must. So we become the choice university. Once we become choice university, we have demand, the university has bigger demand, and this is on the way of becoming Nalanda Stanford.
It is really helpful guidance, Dada. Your unique approach to imbibing human values into the professional domain is incredible. So, Dada, how should universities inculcate value-based learning in students to make them more acceptable on the global platforms?
I have always believed to be genuine. What I mean by genuine is that do what you say and say what you do. You should not have two sides. One, you put a show, and the other one, you do something else. We all should live a one life, and it should be transparent. So if we teach that kind of culture, that be open with people. This is who I am. People may not like some of your habits, but they will respect if you are upfront rather than if you're drinking, you should not have to hide that you are drinking. If you're smoking in a corner, then eventually people will find out that you have a bad habit in a personal life. But if you're open about things, then people will say you're genuine. So whatever you say, they will believe it, and they will take that to the bank. In other words, um, so you become genuine. People will have faith in your words, and your words should also carry your action. Your action and your word would have to be in sync.
Thank you for the exceptional advice, Dada. Sir, you have traveled across the world and witnessed many business ideas, ventures through their turbulent phases. Many of them flourished and many of them may not sustain. So, according to you and as per your observations, what changes are needed in the startup and incubation system to make the enterprise globally competitive?
You know, lately, after the US election, Trump is now the new president. And people are asking me, is Trump going to help India? And my answer is no, Trump is not elected. American people did not elect Trump to help India or Bharat. Indian people elected Narendra Modi to help Bharat. So, respectively, they will help their country. But with whatever the behavior of Trump is, how could Bharat be benefited from it? And so we have to see, he will give us a first choice over China in business. He will prefer that US will do business with India rather than China. But then we have to do our share. We have to be competitive on our own 2 feet. You cannot artificially pass on the business to India if India does not have a performance. So we as a country will have to have a culture that is a competitive in the nature. And when I say competitive, again, price, delivery, and quality. And then you are giving no choice to whether it's a Trump or Biden or whoever the president is, they would have to do business with Bharat. So Bharat has to have a good infrastructure. Bharat has to have a culture of being honest, upfront. People would have to be genuine. So this is why I said at the university level, we want to produce good human being. Be a good person. If you're a good person, people will do business with you because you are serious and you will do what you say you will do.
That's incredible advice, Dada. Dada, your experience and expertise go beyond boundaries. So I cannot restrict myself to asking for your ideas, opinions, and perspectives solely related to Ganpat University. You are a unique combination of global businessman and a technocrat by virtue of your knowledge. So, Dada, can you please share how India can become technological superpower globally, particularly in the field of electronics?
I think what I have seen, I have traveled China about at least 50 times for over last 50 years. When I first visited China, there was zero electronics. Over the 50 years, China has transformed really, really fast. And the way they transformed was not, this had nothing to do with the Chinese people in China. The Taiwanese people came to China and started the businesses. And they brought Taiwanese culture into China. Taiwanese got that culture from Japan. Japanese were doing business with America, which is the largest consumer society. When um, when uh, when Japan became too small to serve America, then Japanese started going out of Japan, South Korea and Taiwan and Malaysia. Taiwanese were very aggressive people. It is still a small island, so that quickly got overbuilt and overcapacity. They could not deliver to U.S. requirements. So there is a huge place called China. At that time, Chinese and Taiwanese were not talking to each other, but Taiwanese business people saw the opportunity to go to China, which is a poor nation. Labor is inexpensive, but if we teach them this is how you do business. So on the front, it was Taiwanese, and they use Chinese low-cost labor. They taught Chinese to work hard, and because China is not democracy, they could force people to put many hours. Now, Bharat, we are a full-blown democracy, and so it is a little bit more difficult to get kind of efficiency that China has. But Bharat will have to increase the efficiency somehow. As you know, in America, we just recently, Trump has created DOGE, DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency. Each government has to be efficient. The only way nation can be efficient is by seeing the government efficient. So Delhi, Gandhinagar, this government is going to have to become more efficient. Today, when I go to Gandhinagar, I see a bunch of people running around and trying to look for the ministers to do little small stuff here and there. Well, in US, you don't see that. We never see minister. Minister's role is to create the rules, and bureaucrats are supposed to follow the rules and implement those. So I have never, I did a lot of business for 50 years. I have never seen ministers in US, never met. So we need to change that instead of having minister have that control. And that also gives a room for corruptions and that kind of stuff. So we have to do away with that. Corruption must go away. Modi ji just recently on his 10 line nicely said that we will have a zero tolerance for corruption. I salute him for that. That's great.
Dada, could you please share some insights on electronic manufacturing?
Yeah, sure. So China is a electronic manufacturing hub of the world. And that did not happen overnight. It took last 50 years. When Japan and Taiwan became saturated with the production, there had no more room left. They were forced to go to China. For India to become manufacturing hub of electronics, which is a huge business, and we need infrastructure, we need understanding of electronics. It is not very simple. It took China 50 years, and it will take us some time also. At this time, we have to start out from understanding. So take, for example, my cell phone. This has a 500 components, little components in it. Each component has a specification, mechanical specification and electrical specification, and a performance specification. And they are standard. There is an industry standards. So universities would have to teach those standards, because people don't. India is not for standardization. We have no standard anywhere we go. Standardization brings efficiency in the system. So first thing we have to do is, what are these standards, and understand the standards and live by those standards and produce components per standards. For that, government is going to have to initiate some special agencies that can help the businesses to produce electronic components within those standards. I'm talking about maybe an environmental lab associated with the university. So university would run the environmental lab, but it will help the surrounding startups, startup businesses in electronics. Good beginning.
Yes, exactly, Dada. Dada, your words are blessings beyond the boundary. As the university is witnessing 18th Convocation and 4,182 students are getting their degree conferred, what special message would you like to give to the graduating batch?
Well, I walk around on this campus. I live and breathe with the students. I like to be different type of so-called president. I'm a Dada, not a more Dada and a less president. And so I have communicated with the kids over here. They are ready, they are smart, and they are hardworking, they are sincere. Uh, I think our graduates will do good no matter where they go, because they are getting the value education. And as long as they carry our Ganpat University values, our Gajendras and our Saraswatis, uh, they will do fine. Be a good person, be genuine, be a kind person. In life, kind person goes further than a smart person. And I've seen this in our culture. We have, within the campus itself, we have a culture within a culture. Bharat has a culture, Ganpat University has a culture. And that culture, if they take it with them, they will do just fine. They will be competitive. They will succeed and flourish. And I wish them a good luck.
Thank you, Dada. Thank you so much for your blessings and insights.